Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be going through how you can quickly ideate handheld forms in a way that's descriptive and conveys their form really well. It's a really simple method and it's really useful as this is a key skill that you can use to convey your ideas to yourself or others or clients or anyone like that. I'm going to be doing this with toothbrushes. It's just quite an easy one, but again you can apply these principles to other handheld forms as well. So we'll start off with just a centre line, and the premise of it is using ellipses to break down sort of bubbly forms basically, and then connecting the lines really nice and smoothly. And you can also add in sort of extra cross sections as well to communicate material breaks or other contour lines, just like I'm doing now, just to communicate the form as well as you can. And as you can see, that only took sort of, I don't know, like 30 seconds or so for one idea. They don't have to be really perfect, but we just want them to communicate form, and I feel as though that's something you can imagine holding just from looking at the sketch. So I'm going to draw another one again, just so you can see generally the process of this. So another ellipse and a second ellipse, and then I'm connecting them up slightly differently this time, just to communicate a slightly different form. This is the fun of it, is that you can sort of go wild with this technique, and because it's quite quick you can rattle off so many ideas really quickly, and that's really important, that you're not missing any ideas when you're ideating and you're not wasting too much time being precious over one single sketch. So for this also, I'm just using a black watercolour pencil. I really enjoy ideating these sort of flown forms with pencil because you can really easily control the line weight compared to pen. So it's important to keep your pencil sharp for this, and as you can see I've just sped it up basically because it's more of the same, and you can see literally just keep going with this ellipse technique. You know, whether you want to apply this to toothbrushes or whether you're ideating, I don't know, like torches or breathalyzers or anything really that could lend itself to this sort of bubbly ergonomic form. You know, you could very easily add hand grips to these sort of shapes as well. And yeah, just continuing with that same technique. Actually worried that a lot of these look very similar, but hey ho, you know, on a better day I'd probably do some more different ones. And yeah, this is just the final one here. For the composition of the page, it's nice to have them at different angles as well, and I know I said not to be too precious, but it is just a nice sort of extra thing you can do to present your sketches nicely. So there you go, in about sort of 3 or 4 minutes time, we've generated a page full of ideas. So since I've been working on marker paper, I'm going to put this behind and use it as an underlay to basically just clean up these sketches with pen and add a little bit of marker on them just to give them a bit more depth on the page. This isn't necessary, but it's something that I like to do, as I think that this makes the sketches even more descriptive. Obviously, sketching in pen as well, you can't really make mistakes, so it's good practice as well. I mean, you can see that I've already missed one of the lines, but hey, but yeah, you can see there, just learning to make these fluid movements with pen is really important, and not being too precious over the lines. Good sketching is all about being sort of confident with your lines, and just going for it rather than doing that sort of feathering sketching that they teach you at fine art A level. You know, we really don't want to be doing that when we're sketching and ideating. You can see the way I'm holding the pen quite far down the pen. I'm not really too close to the tip, and that allows me to get a lot more control in the movement of the pen in my elbow and wrist, which then allows me to make these sort of big, long flowing lines, which are really important to getting these sort of confident, communicative sketches, if that's a word. Again, just sped it up, and yeah, you can really start to see the page coming to life a bit more now as these sketches get a bit more defined. I'm just going back and adding some more detail with sort of like a hand grip or something on the back, as if it's been like over moulded. But yeah, that's that for the pen. And I like to add little sort of drop shadows, again, just to sort of place them on the page a bit better, sort of makes your ideas pop quite a bit. And this can be applied to any forms, doesn't necessarily have to be these sort of handheld bubbly forms. And then I'm just going to take some cool grey markers and really simply just go over them. I think I only used 2 colours. Yeah, starting with the cool grey 4, just going around the back edge to sort of communicate some sort of lighting on the page. I'm using 1 stroke or 2 strokes per idea, just going along that back edge, and I'm not overworking the sketches. I think that's really important. Sometimes you can go crazy and add like 5 different shades of grey to your sketches, and it just looks messy. So this sort of technique where you're literally just using 1 or 2 colours to define the sketches on the page is a really simple way to communicate form. I was just going back and darkening up some of the areas around the underside of the forms, and you can see already that sort of brought them to life a bit more as well. It's something you can imagine holding, you can imagine the contours of the shapes as well. So yeah, really nice technique. Just keep it simple, don't overwork it. And then I'm going to go in with a lighter marker just to go on the front surface, just again to communicate that I kind of want this concaved shape on the front of each of these designs. Again, not essential, but it's just something I do that makes it look quite nice, and it's really simple. And you can use the same markers to just darken up those shadows. So again, things to take from this is sort of a new segment for these videos. Be confident, not too precious. Be confident with your lines. Don't be precious about when you're ideating, about sort of feathering sketches and, you know, sketching really detailed. You want to just convey the form as quickly and descriptively as you possibly can. Don't overwork your sketches. That's number 2. Again, like I just said with the markers, keep it simple, don't overwork it. And number 3, don't spend too long on one idea. Every second you spend on one idea is a second missed ideating another idea, and that can be the difference between finding the idea that wins the job or that fits the brief the best. And if you're spending too long being precious over one idea that you've had since the start and don't want to look at any other ideas, then that can be kind of problematic, and you know, you might miss out on some really good ideas. So you know, maybe try and like time yourself, give yourself like a 2-minute timer per idea, just do like a sketch per idea. And if there's anything you can take away from those videos, it's probably these tips. So yeah, thank you very much for watching again. You can go follow me on Instagram and all that. I'll do another video soon. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Cheers.